If you've been watching my videos for the last couple of months, you know I am absolutely obsessed with the Revive Eye Serum from Beauty of Joseon. It's pretty much perfect except for this one little thing. So if you want to find out my full thoughts on this eye cream, keep watching the video. Hey, it's Kelly. Welcome back to my channel where we talk all about gentle skincare and sometimes self-care. So if that's your vibe, please consider hitting subscribe, especially if this video helps you make a decision on the Beauty of Joseon Revive Eye Serum. So let's dive right into the ingredients first. This is using Retinol, and I am pronouncing the A in this because this is actually different than your traditional retinol, spelled with an O. These are not two different spellings for the same ingredient. They are actually different. So retinol definitely sounds more potent than old school retinol, right? But you may be wondering, how does retinol compare to retinoic acid, which needs no conversion on the skin? Well, it's interesting. These two have been studied side by side, and statistically, there's really no difference in the benefits that each ingredient shows. They are pretty neck and neck in their effectiveness on the skin. The superpower of retinol, and why you might want to consider it for your skincare routine, and especially an eye cream product like this one from Beauty of Joseon, the superpower here is that it's a lot more gentle on the skin. It's a lot better tolerated on the skin than retinoic acid is, which can really dry out the skin, cause flaking and peeling and lots of irritation. Because retinol is a little bit more gentle on the skin, you're going to sidestep some of those harsher side effects. So Beauty of Joseon has used 0.02% of retinol in a 2% liposome formula. So basically what this is, it's like encapsulated retinol. And this is good for a couple of reasons. For the first reason, it actually keeps the ingredient a lot more potent and efficacious for your skin, meaning you're going to get the full benefits. So it just helps to stabilize the ingredient, but it also helps to deliver the ingredient a little bit more gently into the skin over a longer period of time. And this is very important because even though I said retinol is generally better tolerated on the skin than retinoic acid, that doesn't mean that you might not get irritation or like extra dryness on the skin. So it's always good to have it in a formula that has its eye on delivering that ingredient gently into your skin. The formula also utilizes 10% of ginseng extract, and this is such a great ingredient. Like, I love ginseng. It's particularly good for the eye area, and I think it's just such a great combination of ingredients from Beauty of Joseon, because they're really a brand that has like one foot in like traditional like Korean medicinal herbs and another foot in more of like the newest, latest, cutting edge kind of ingredients. They're really good at marrying both together. And that's part of the reason why I love kbeauty so much, is those traditional ingredients like ginseng, because they actually have so many benefits for the skin. Like, they've known what they've been doing for many, many, many generations. Ginseng, so good for your skin because it helps to improve the blood flow. Now, this is particularly important for the under eye area because maybe you have some redness or some darkness underneath your eyes, maybe from lack of sleep or just genetics. Like, I personally just have like a lot of redness in my eye area. It's just how my skin is. It's just natural, but it can sometimes make me look quite tired and like, you know what I mean? Like, I just didn't get a good night's sleep. Sometimes I have, but like, that's just my skin. When I use a ginseng eye product, that redness actually improves so much. The area just looks so much fresher and more awake. And like, I mean, they call this the Revive Eye Serum, and the ginseng's definitely playing a part in reviving the eye area. It just really helps to brighten it up and freshen it up. So I love ginseng too because it also offers really good antioxidant protection. So it's a nice addition alongside of the retinol, which is helping to stimulate collagen, which helps to fight like that aging process on the skin, that loss of collagen and firmness. But the antioxidants have that protective ability for your collagen structure, helping to fight against damage like from UV rays. So there's also niacinamide, which helps, of course, with some brightening, but niacinamide is also a great barrier supportive ingredient. So I always like to see it in eye creams, and I was really, really happy to see ceramide and P cholesterol, and we've got fatty acid content coming from the macadamia oil in here. That is so good because you know that that is the holy trinity of barrier strengthening supporting ingredients. Now, the reason you want that in an eye cream with retinol in it or any type of retinoid is it's really going to help your skin adapt to that ingredient and make it a lot more gentle on the skin. Oh, but there's just one more ingredient I have to talk about. There's so much good stuff here, and that is peptides. There's actually one peptide being used here. It's palmitoyl tripeptide 5, also sometimes known as Syncal, and this is a peptide that actually helps to boost collagen production. So talk about a really great pair alongside of retinol. This is a peptide that is going to boost those benefits. It's going to help support those. Retinol is definitely doing the heavy lifting here, stimulating collagen, but this peptide alongside of that, do you see how everything is coming together in this formula, how everything is supporting each other, making sure that you're getting all of these benefits, but also making sure that your skin stays strong? Like, this literally checks all the boxes for what I look for in an eye cream. It really does. And I just made a video about all the things I look for in an eye cream, so definitely check it out if you haven't seen it. But like, it's pretty much perfect. So Beauty of Joseon calls this an eye serum, and I would have to agree with them. You know, this is really not a traditional cream texture at all. It has this serum gel-like quality to it that I think is actually going to suit a variety of skin types. It's a little bit thinner. It spreads beautifully and it absorbs into the skin like very, very quickly. There is a little bit of nourishment and moisture here, but it's not, like I said, it's not an overwhelming, really rich, thick kind of moisture. It's just a little bit with a little bit of plumping hydration too. Like I said, I actually see this working for a variety of skin types. It's a really pleasant texture. So let me show you how this applies. So we have this great airless pump, which is really helpful to get everything out of the tube while keeping extra air out of the product itself, which is good for stabilizing the retinol. And this has this really nice kind of serum-y gel type of texture. It is not a traditional cream. And so I'm just dotting this underneath my eye area. I did pump out a little bit extra. I'm gonna apply that extra to my neck. Eye creams always work really well on the neck. Okay, so this just, watch this, glides right on like a gel. It has a little bit of plumping hydration to it and a little bit of moisture, but it is not heavy. I personally don't go on top of my lids, but you absolutely can. It just depends on how well your eye takes to retinoids, but my under eye does really well with it. And do you see, it's not greasy, it's not heavy, it just sunk right on in. It's got a wonderful texture. But let me tell you about some alternative ways to use this, because it's not just an eye product. You can actually use this all over your face for some low dose retinoids. You know, the thing is, it's the texture. Because it is more of that serum gel type of texture rather than a traditional cream, it can actually work all over your face, and it's not going to overwhelm your pores, clog them, cause breakouts, or feel too heavy and suffocating on the skin. Just the opposite, in fact. I mean, a little bit of retinol all over your face is actually going to help keep your pores clear, because there is that very mild exfoliation effect with helping to clear away the dead skin cells, plus the brightening benefits, plus the collagen stimulating benefits. This is a great choice for beginners because it is a lower dose of retinol, so it is going to help introduce your skin or be a really nice gentle option if you're very, very sensitive. This could be a good option if maybe like stronger retinol or just retinoids in general have been too harsh for you. Maybe try this, because remember, it's formulated for more sensitive eye skin, but it will still work on your face. And it could be a good option too to use like in between stronger retinoid use, like tretinoin, when you want a little boost up, but you're not ready to do a full application. This could be a good option. My favorite way to use this outside of just an eye cream is actually just like you saw on my neck. I'm gonna put a little bit more on. You can always, if you put too much like eye cream, always put the excess on your neck. It will always benefit, but you can do a dedicated neck and chest application with this. And this is so good because it's a lower dose of retinoid, right, of retinol. So it's not gonna cause the dryness and the itchy irritation and the peeling skin, because the neck and the chest
kind of like the eye area, it is just a little bit different than the rest of your face. So you want to kind of proceed with caution when you're applying any type of active ingredient like this. But because the texture is not like that traditional cream, it's so good, especially for my chest, because I do get breakouts here if I put something too rich on my chest area. And that's why I'm always like, in the summer, I'm always like dealing with little breakouts from sunscreen, because sometimes if the sunscreen's too thick, it will cause breakouts. So this is great because it's not overwhelming. It doesn't clog my pores. In fact, it actually helps fight the breakouts that I get on my chest because of that exfoliation benefit. And it's stimulating collagen. It's fighting the fine lines and wrinkles that we all start to get around this area, that tech neckline. This is such a good neck product, surprisingly, and it doesn't break the bank like those really fancy dedicated neck products.
So let me give you some tips on application. This is something you definitely want to apply at nighttime, and that's because retinoids, even retinol, when exposed to light, they actually degrade, break down, and lose effectiveness. So you don't want to like lose all your benefits because you put this on in the morning and then went outside, right? So just keep things easy for yourself and just slot it into your nighttime routine. I would also suggest starting with this 2 to 3 nights a week just to get yourself started, because with retinol, you know, even though this has been formulated to be gentle on the skin, the side effects can still occur as your skin gets used to this. So especially if you're a newbie, if you've never used a retinol or retinol eye product before or ever, you know, on any place on your skin, you definitely want to be a little bit careful, be cautious, start yourself out slow. You know, the thing about skincare and the thing about especially well-aging skincare, this is not a sprint, right? It's a marathon. So you really do need to pace yourself. You don't need full-blown irritation that now all of a sudden you need to fix it with barrier like repairing skincare, right? So just go slow and be patient. So my suggestion, just 2 to 3 nights a week, and really check in and see how your skin is doing. Are you noticing any irritation, increased redness, like tenderness or sensitivity around the eye area, stinging even? You want to kind of tune in for those types of side effects. If it feels like your skin is just like feeling a little bit like stick with like the 2-3 nights, or maybe even pull back a little bit, because there will be an adaptation process as your skin gets used to it. If you see none of those side effects, you can start to work yourself up and find what works for you. It may be every night for you, it might be every other night, or that 2 to 3 nights might be the perfect thing. It's individual. Don't feel bad if you can't use it every single night of the week. It's absolutely okay. Remember, it's a marathon. Pace yourself. We've got lots of time ahead of us to get this ingredient into our skin. And I'm personally just at about every other night with this right now, and that's what works for me. Anything more than that will be too much, and I'm totally at peace with that. So just take things slow. So it sounds like the perfect eye cream, right? Pretty much it is, but I did promise you there was one thing I wanted to tell you about. I promise this isn't clickbait. I do have something negative to share about this, or not negative, but a potential drawback, and something that I want to share with you, and that's that I got irritation with this product. I know, I just spent a long time telling you how gentle this is. And I do actually stand by that. I do believe that this has been formulated in a way that is gentle and skin barrier respective. I do stand by that. It actually happened a few weeks into me using it, and I think actually I was using it a little bit too much, honestly. I was using it like every night, and I was like, nothing's happening, this is great. And then all of a sudden, it's like the top of my lids were feeling really achy. Like the skin felt like kind of raw. Like, you know how like maybe like when you're sick or something, kind of like rub your eyes like really hard and the skin like gets irritated from the friction? It kind of felt like that. And I was like, wait a second, what's going on? And it took me a minute to be like, it's the beauty of Joseon eye cream. It's the Retinol eye cream. I was like, what's going on? What's going on? I do think that my allergies played into it just a little bit, because that can always make my skin more sensitive. So that might have been a factor for sure. But I took a step back from the eye cream. My skin got better. And so I was a little bit hesitant, like, oh no, can I not use this anymore? And I found out that like, wait a second, the irritation actually only happened on my eyelid. And all that occurred for me was a little bit of sensitivity. I didn't get dryness or peeling on my eyelid. So it was very mild irritation. but I realized I didn't feel that underneath my eye at all. It was just on the top lid. And so what I actually just have been doing going forward is I'm just using it here now. The corners and then just underneath, but I'm not really applying it to the tops of my lids. I might occasionally, because I sometimes just forget. Sometimes you're tired and you're just like, ooh, and then you're like, oh no, I wasn't supposed to do that. That definitely has happened a few times. Although the few times that I have done it, it's been fine. It's just like when I'm constantly putting it on my eyelid, that area is just too sensitive. It just is. So that happened like my first, like the 3-4 weeks into using it. It cleared up pretty fast, and now I've just been using it underneath my eye area. So I wanted to share that even though it's gentle, it is still possible to get irritation. Go slow with this product and see how your individual skin does. And also I wanted to share this because you may find that one area of your eye is just more sensitive. And that's, I guess, what it's like for me. My eyelid is a little bit more sensitive to retinol and retinoids than I first really imagined it was, but my under eye takes it like a champ. So that's how I've just adjusted my routine. I just put it here, and honestly, that's where I want to target anyways. So I wanted to share that kind of fix with you, but it is important to understand that even with the most gentle formula, irritation is possible. So take care and proceed with caution anytime you're putting new products around your eyes. So all in all, this is a very exciting product. Great ingredients, wonderful formulation, awesome texture. I'm loving the results. Even with that little hiccup with the irritation on top of my lids, I'm still going strong with this just here, and I'm really happy with the results that I'm getting. I think this is also very affordable as well. It's a very exciting eye cream. If the majority of what I've said in this video appeals, I really do highly recommend you give this a try. But let me tell you, there's one other thing. So there was 2 things that I have to tell you, except these 2 things I have to tell you. I really like this as like my tretinoin boost. So like on the nights I'm not using tretinoin, but I want a little bit more of the exfoliation and the brightening action, I'll put this on my face, and my face takes it so well. No irritation at all. I am obsessed with this as a neck cream. Like I've been putting this all over my neck and chest. Like, oh my goodness, no irritation, no dryness, no itchiness or anything. Like this area does so well with this. This is a great retinoid like neck and chest cream. I have to say though, like 30 ml of this, 30 milliliter tube, this is not enough. I am slamming through this tube so fast. Because this is unlike any other retinoid eye cream that I've ever used before, because of the texture, it is so multifunctional for the face, for the neck, for the chest, anywhere you really wanted to put it, right? You could even use it like as a hand cream if you were really like wanting to get that collagen stimulating action on the hands. Beauty at Joseon, I'm going to need a bigger size of this because this is working for every area, not just for the eyes. Ooh, all right. Let me know your thoughts about this product. If you've tried it out or if you're, interested in it, let me know in the comments because this has been a pretty exciting new release in K-Beauty. If this review helps you make a decision if this was right for you or not, please consider hitting subscribe to my channel. I release a lot of new skincare content just like this video. I also do shorts and I release a lot throughout the week. So do consider turning on notifications too, so you're never out of the loop and you always get your skincare fix. I hope you are healthy, happy, and safe, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. I'll talk to you soon. Love you so much. Bye.